Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation for week 3. The assignment for this week was to identify one issue or one scenario that I believe needed to be changed in the workplace. The title for my presentation is Consistency and Cohesion in the Workplace. The primary goal of this assignment is to explain that I believe consistency needs to be changed in the workplace. An issue that we have in governmental employment as well as the private sector is the interaction or integrating of newer employees and older employees. As you can see in this slide, I titled Integrating the Dinosaur with the Millennial. Many of the older employees are stubborn, and some of the newer employees are disrespectful. The problem our agency faces is old school employees refuse to accept change, while new school employees refuse to respect tradition. Aside of identifying the problems, I also took initiative to provide 3 themes to help resolve the problems. Aside of providing those resolutions, I have provided early theorists who have given me insight as to how those problems can be solved. The first resolution is that we need to improve organizational communication. That was a big issue for the theorist Chester Irving Barnard. The second was to improve organizational motivation. That was a big deal for the theorist Abraham Harold Maslow. And the final theme, or the final resolution, was to improve organizational supervision. And that was a big topic for the theorist Douglas Murray McGregor. These 3 resolutions can be very instrumental in improving issues in the workplace and solving long-term problems. Again, my issue that I have identified is consistency, and I do not believe that it is fair to treat certain people one way while we treat another group of people a different way. Everyone should be treated equally regardless of their makeup, their skills, their talent, and their background. That comes back to the supervision and the management in making sure that everyone is trained and developed properly. Chester Barnard insisted that the channels of communication should be explained thoroughly and comprehended completely. What that means is that in order for information to travel upwards and downwards in the organization, it must be funneled through the proper chains of command. A brand new employee cannot go to the Director of Human Resources and ask for a raise the very next day. Just as the Chief Executive Officer cannot call in the janitor and ask him questions which are of a personal nature. Things must be done properly, things must be done professionally, and Barnard wanted everyone to make sure that communication is essential, but communication must be done so properly without violating any policies or any rights of any employees. Another theme that I have proposed for the problem of inconsistencies in the workplace is that I believe management needs to create incentives for both the older employees and the newer employees. Everyone needs to be treated equally, and as Maslow stated in his article, it is far easier to perceive and to criticize the aspects in motivation theory than to remedy them. What that translates into me is that while treating people properly and giving them a reason to improve themselves, that will help the company in the long run, because you will have more product with the same amount of employees. The final theme that I came up with that I think can help with this issue is micromanaging supervisors versus over-confiding supervisors. Supervision plays a large role in the success of a company, and they must know how to treat people. They must be experienced and educated and understand that favoritism is a thing of the past. As McGregor explained with his theory X and theory Y, supervisors must find a fine balance in between both theories and carry out their responsibilities, as they also have to report to higher sources. In sum, the intended outcomes are that the company will succeed and the employee will succeed.